So for my identity research, I chose the fact that I'm a man living in 2015 America, and I chose to kind of explore the perceptions of what a man is, what are typical masculine qualities, what's really expected of us now. So I interviewed 3 people that were willing to be videoed. I interviewed 2 more that did not want to be videoed, but I'll still discuss their answers, so enjoy. Alright, what is the definition of a quote-unquote man to you?
Well, obviously the biological differences, and the man is, I mean, I guess he can be the protector sometimes, but then again, he doesn't always have to be. The man just kind of like, he's just kind of like the equal partner to his wife, his girlfriend, whoever he's with at the time, whatever kind of relationship they have at the time.
Alright. In your opinion, what are kind of the stereotypical masculine qualities, especially that Americans kind of perceive?
Stereotypical ones would be, man is the provider, woman is the caretaker. And it's more so with the older generation I see now. Cause nowadays, I see a lot more men and women splitting the role more evenly.
Mm-hmm.
Or even so, now I see a lot more men being at home when the woman has a better job and they'll take care of the children and do all that type of stuff.
Do you think the equalization has positive benefits?
I think it's just however it works out. I mean, you shouldn't just have the man trying to make all the money. If the woman has the opportunity to make more money than the man, then that's how it works out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way to work out, and that's how it should be. But of course, it's a little bit harder since nowadays for women to get a better job than a man. But if they can make more than they should be able to, it shouldn't be nothing against it. You shouldn't hold them back from doing it. But
all right.
It's just whoever does it best.
Okay. What do you expect of men now in 2015, and what did you expect when you were younger?
Well, I don't think my views have changed at all from when I was a young lady. I expect men to be the head of the household, to be the spiritual head of the household, to be the provider, to take care of his spouse and his children.
And that's it?
That's it.
Do you feel like in our society that's kind of blurring now?
Oh yeah, I absolutely think it's blurred, and I think that the feminist movement has been a death knell to women in society and the family unit as a whole. Women are no longer able to, for the most part, if they choose or want to, stay home and raise their children if they'd like, the way the economy is. And the feminist movement has made it where we're expected to do everything, to be breadwinners, homemakers, raise our children, do it all without any guilt. And one person can't do all of that.
You're right. That brings up one last question.
Okay.
For me. So there's a thing called a stereotype threat, and it is when... So as a conclusion to all of that, I would say the lines are definitely blurring between what it means to be a man. As you can tell, almost all of the interviewees, the 3 that were on video, and then I talked to 2 more, almost all of them were concurrent with the idea that there's not really an expectation for a man as much as there was, 50 years ago. In 2015 America, there's not a lot of pressure to be a financial provider, a spiritual leader, the breadwinner, the caretaker, anything like that. And I think that is definitely correlating with a woman's ability to be more socially mobile. She's more financially mobile, the 2015 woman is. And I think it's definitely a correlating relationship. I took a look at 2 studies simultaneously with this video. One in eastern Nigeria, one in Turkey, and they both were looking at, well, Eastern Nigeria was looking at men's perception of themselves, and that was that the conclusion of that study was that these Eastern Nigerian Igbo men were definitely taught from a young age socially that men were indispensable, they're strong, they're independent, more valuable than a woman, and that did have some negative social and health consequences on men, the pressure of that. Then the study in Turkey was looking at men's perception on women. And really what was interesting about that was 41% of the students thought that benefits of education for a woman was that it benefited the country and the nation. And 77% said that the result of a woman working was that she can contribute to the family budget. So those are both institutions that men perceive as outcomes for education and work in a woman. Not that the education and work is benefiting the woman, it's benefiting these separate institutions. So I thought that was interesting, especially in those parts of the world. But I think in 2015 America, I can say that as a man, I do not feel external pressure. And I definitely don't have an in-group bias. You know, I think before maybe 50 years, you saw as a part of the male group, you saw all these other men going to work, doing a 9 to 5, maybe doing a 12-hour shift every day, a trade skill, you know, millwright, carpentry, making good money so their wives didn't have to. And that was just the norm because you saw that. But now you see tons of different families. There's many different styles of family, different family structures. So I think the pressure's kind of off externally. And really it boils down to what you pressure yourself to do. And kind of along with that disappearance of that in-group bias is the disappearance of the stereotype threat. I don't really fear that I'm going to confirm that stereotype anymore, you know, that I'm going to be the breadwinner. Just because I think women, they feel like they need to do that too, so it's not going to be a stereotype for men, it'll be equal. Hope you enjoyed.